Hannah,
Peter.
welcome to Jurassic Park. Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watch List. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah.
Hello, people.
Hannah, we're here today for AFI Redux, where we're trying to create the ultimate AFI list. Now, we've culled the movies that we don't want on the AFI list, and we're replacing them. And today, it's my first pick. And I'm replacing it, one movie, which I'll bring up in my clickbait hot take, and I'm replacing it with Jurassic Park. Hannah, have you seen Jurassic Park before?
Yes.
Many times?
Yeah.
Where did we watch this movie?
We have a 4K copy of this film.
We do.
And the others in this franchise as well.
Yep, we own all of them, which we'll go into today. Now, Hannah is going to let the audience know at the end of this episode what her movie selection is for next week.
Yes, which I do have.
So that will be amazing.
Yes.
Can't wait to hear it because I don't know it. So it's a surprise.
We'll find out.
The elevator pitch. When an entrepreneur works on a theme park and he runs into a little bit of trouble and he brings in some paleontologists, he brings in all these other doctors to go and have a look at this park and no one knows what's going on, and he has brought dinosaurs back from extinction and he has created Jurassic Park. Wow, what an elevated pitch for this movie. This movie is written by Michael Crichton. It was based on the novel from 1990. How this novel came about was there was a scientist that was doing tests and finding like DNA, and he wrote a scientific paper where, maybe we can bring back dinosaurs. And Michael Crichton, who was a doctor, he was also a writer, he went, what? And he went down, spoke to the guy, did all this research about it, and then wrote a book. And then the guy goes, this guy wrote a book about the theory that I have. Now, everyone knows now that there's a lot of holes in this theory. But when this movie came out at the time, people thought, wow, could this really happen? Could this really happen? A lot of kids wanted to be paleontologists. Or man, the tale for this movie is unbelievable. Michael Crichton was good friends with Steven Spielberg. And Steven Spielberg goes, what are you writing? And Michael Crichton goes, I'm writing Jurassic Park, and this is what it's about. And he goes, I want it. He started doing storyboards even before he finished the book. He finished the book in 1990. That iconic poster with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, that was the cover photo for the thing. He got given $1.5 million for the rights. He got given $500,000 to write the script. Mm-hmm. He said, look, I'm not really used to writing scripts. You know, he had a couple of cracks at it. Ended up going to David Koepp, who had worked on Death Becomes Her. The Universal boss said, hey, Stephen, use this guy. Now, Stephen uses him all the time. He's actually using him now for Disclosure Day.
Yes.
Which is another reason why we're doing this movie, by the way, because Disclosure Day is coming out this week. Interesting story about this book, right? When he first wrote this, Michael Crichton, he wrote it more kid-like. There was more of a kiddie movie. And then he showed it to his friends and they said, no, this is not very good. So he made it more violent, including killing off
characters.
Hammond. He kills off Hammond in the book.
Okay.
And so they made a choice and made a couple of changes and stuff like that. But the book is far more violent than the movie.
For the book.
Yeah, far more violent than the movie. So that's the story behind the movie. This movie is directed by Steven Spielberg, written by Michael Crichton and David Koepp. It's based on the Michael Crichton novel. Produced by Kathleen Kennedy, who's your girl.
She had a good moment.
Stars Sam Neill as Dr. Alan Grant. Also stars Laura Dern as Ellie Sattler, who is a paleobotanist. Jeff Goldblum as Ian Malcolm, and he's the mathematician and a chaos theorist. Richard Attenborough, This is his first acting role since 1979. He had won an Academy Award for Best Picture and Best Director for Gandhi, who had he'd beaten Steven Spielberg for E.T.
Yes.
So there you go. For those who don't know, he's actually David Attenborough's brother. And he starred in some great movies, including The Great Escape, Richard Attenborough.
Oh, Miracle on 34th Street remake.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Bob Peck as Robert Muldoon. He is the game warden. Martin Ferrer as Donald Gennaro, who is the lawyer. Martin Ferrer, he's one of those guys. He was great in Get Shorty. B.D. Wong.
Oh, love.
As Henry Wu. Samuel Jackson as Ray Arnold. This is before Samuel Jackson really came big. He was in Goodfellas before.
Yeah, no.
Wayne Knight. Now, this is before the character Newman, shot to huge fame. Yeah. And then you got the kids, which... Joseph Manzello, who ended up being in River Wild with Meryl Streep. And then Ariana Richards played Lex, which is the older sister. So there you go. There's people in this movie. Cinematographer was Dean Cundy. Now, he had won an Academy Award for Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Great work.
Great work indeed. Michael Kahn. Now, Michael Kahn, he had worked with Steven Spielberg on Close Encounters of the Third Time, which we did on the original AFI list. Mm-hmm. Music by John Williams, who is absolutely cooking with this. Didn't win any Academy Awards for this because he ended up winning for Schindler's List.
Same year.
We've talked about many times on the list. Spielberg made Schindler's List and this movie at the same time. I'll go into that in a second. Universal produces a distributor. Release date was June 9th, 1993, which is the anniversary. Is right now. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fate.
Yeah. 127 minutes. It just goes so quick, this movie. It's so good. It
does, actually.
And the budget for this movie was $63 million, and it made over $1 billion. Okay, box office that year, before we go into the great man, Steven Spielberg.
Tell me.
Worldwide box office, according to Box Office Mojo, this is one of your favourite movie years of all time.
I think it might be.
Right, now, I'm going to give you the top 10, right? And you tell me when I hit a movie that you don't like. Okay? Right.
I'm sitting here.
Cliffhanger.
Love it.
Schindler's List.
As we all know, I love it.
The Pelican Brief.
I also really like that movie.
In the Line of Fire.
I love that movie.
Now, the next two movies you haven't seen.
Okay.
But I think you would like Indecent Proposal, which stars the great Robert Redford, also Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson.
Oh.
Great premise for this movie. Robert Redford tries to buy a night with Woody Harrelson's wife, played by Demi Moore. Great.
Okay.
Yeah, rich people doing rich people things.
I'm intrigued.
Sleepers in Seattle. Now, you haven't seen that movie, but I don't think you would like it. The Firm, which is one of your favourite movies of all time.
I love The Firm so
I haven't finished yet.
I haven't finished yet. Wait, the fact that The Pelican Brief and The Firm, same year.
Yeah, Grisham cooking. I haven't finished yet. 3, The Fugitive. One of your favourite movies of all time. Now, I wouldn't say this is one of your favourite movies, but you love this movie, Mrs. Doubtfire.
It's incredible.
And the number one movie of 1993, Jurassic Park. Is there a better movie year than this one? Oh, mate.
I don't actually.
So many blockbusters.
Actually, yeah.
So many. This movie year is just you. I'm going to throw some other movies out that you might like.
It's crazy also because you could watch all those movies and then those movies rewatch.
Yeah. I'm going to throw some other movies out at you. Groundhog Day.
Oh, love. Hilarious.
Cool Runnings.
Oh, yes.
Dave with Kevin Kline, who he plays the president.
Yes, you've told me about this
Now,
movie
Rising
many times.
Sun, that was written by Michael Crichton, stars Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery. Sounds good to me.
Crazy.
Demolition Man.
Uh-huh.
Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. Stars the great Lauryn Hill in that movie. Ooh. And then I'm going to name one more movie. Tombstone. What a year 1993 is.
Does that movie also had Water? No.
No, that came later.
Later, yeah.
Yeah, that came later.
Like Tombstone?
Yeah. I'll throw another great movie out at you before we go on. Last Action Hero was also on this year as well.
Oh, an underrated gem.
What a movie,
An underrated gem. That might be one of the greatest, if not greatest, movies I've ever seen.
Okay, so
It's great.
How did Steven Spielberg come about making two brilliant movies? One, Best Picture winner, one of the best movies of all time.
His
And
magnum opus.
And
some say.
Jurassic Park, this is his magnum opus.
Or his other, yes.
How did he become making those two movies at the same time?
Tell me.
Well, he really wanted to make Schindler's List. Tough subject, based on the novel Schindler's List, which we've done for the AFII.
We did go into, yes.
Definitely one of our favourite movies of all the time. Rated highly on your Steven Spielberg list.
It's incredible.
Yep. So, but the studio says, hey, before you do Schindler's List, you need to do Jurassic Park. Because he'd been talking about Jurassic Park for a while. He was working on it when he was working on Hook.
Yeah,
That's how long ago he was like really big into storyboards and stuff like that. So he made Jurassic Park, right? 3 weeks shooting in Hawaii, then on sound stages. He left before the editing was done, went to Poland, started filming Schindler's List. At night time, when he wasn't filming Schindler's List, he was working on the edits. And then Schindler's List came out in June. And then Schindler's List came out towards the end of the year.
Wow.
What a movie.
That's an incredible... It makes sense because Steven Spielberg does famously kind of leave his sets early, ever since Jaws. It's a thing he does. But the fact that he was working on that at the same time as doing Schindler's List is... Wow. Yeah. He might very well be the goat of goats. Like that's a two. No one has that. Just no one.
Okay, here's a couple of what ifs. A lot of people wanted this movie, right? So Spielberg has the inside track because you knew about it first. But here's some people that also went for it. Okay. Warner Brothers and Tim Burton. That's a different movie. That's a different movie.
I kind of like that movie though.
Columbian Pictures and Richard Donner. So in between Lethal Weapon movies, he makes Jurassic Park.
That would have been with Mel Gibson.
Wow.
You know it.
And 20th Century Fox with Joe Dante, which you love Joe Dante's work.
Yes.
He did Gremlins, which you love. But ended up going to Universal Pictures and Spielberg.
Rightly so.
James Cameron, though, he revealed in 2012 that he wanted the Jurassic Park, but when he found out Spielberg had the inside down, he wanted to make it, you know how like Spielberg's made this sort of movie as like a companion to Jaws. He wanted to make his Jurassic Park as a companion to his movie Aliens.
Oh.
It would have been nasty.
No.
Absolutely nasty.
No.
Okay, so...
Also, no.
Okay, so Spielberg is working on this movie. He's got storyboards. He has a friend who's really big in the stop animation game, Phil Tippett. He's working on these stop animation. Spielberg is not happy with it, but then he'd seen Terminator 2, and the ILM guys like, oh, they've gone that maybe they can do dinosaurs, because he had worked with them on Young Sherlock with the Barry Levinson movie, Young Sherlock, and then he'd seen what Cameron did with 1 in Abyss and 2 in Terminator 2. He goes, maybe these guys can do dinosaurs. They did a test, and Spielberg goes to Tippett, mate, we're going to go with this guy, and Tippett goes, I'm extinct. And then, but the ILM guys, they didn't know all the things about the structure of the dinosaurs and how they moved. So Tippett ended up directing the ILM guys.
Oh.
Now, the key thing for this movie, right, is 2 things. One, you had a great stop and go animation guy working with the ILM guys. And the other thing is you had Stan Winston and his puppets. Stan Winston, great. He did great work on Aliens. He also did great work with the Terminators as well, like that robotic.
Yes.
Unbelievable. He's working this now. He was really worried. The first thing they actually filmed was the Triceratops thing, and then when they filmed that, they go, "Oh wow, we can get this done."
Yeah.
So, a lot of this information that I got was from the great. Behind the scenes making of Jurassic Park, and guess who it was narrated by?
Who was it?
James Earl Jones.
Oh my god.
So
Mufasa.
Mufasa himself.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so we've gone through about the changes. We've gone through about the writing. Where they're doing the filming. They film on Hawaii. They film on Hawaii for 3 weeks. They create all the sets. Then they go back to the sound stages in LA. And they film the Great Tyrannosaurus Rex. And Spielberg goes, whoa, this Tyrannosaurus Rex is unbelievable. We've got to change the end of this movie. Tyrannosaurus Rex wasn't in the original ending.
Yeah, okay.
He goes, this is the hero of the film. We're going to bring him back and we're going to get him to take out the Velociraptors.
Huh.
Unbelievable. Okay, a couple of things before we go on to the usual casting what ifs and stuff like that is a lot of this movie is not Jurassic era dinosaurs.
Of course not. No,
They're
no,
not, and so a lot of people have a problem with that. But the Jurassic Park as a name for a movie and an idea just rolls off the tongue. It's just so good.
It's true. It's also from where the film is nowadays, a lot more people realize dinosaurs may have not looked exactly like a reptile.
Yep.
They may have looked bird-like, which is brought up in the film as well.
Okay, so people that were tapped to play Grant:
Tell us.
Kurt Russell,
Ooh.
Richard Dreyfuss,
Uh-huh.
but deemed too expensive. William Hurt turned it down. Now, William Hurt is
Pretty good.
notorious at turning things down.
Yeah.
I think he would have been better with the Jeff Goldblum thing than Alan Grant, but anyway. They went to Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford goes, nah, I can't see myself doing that movie. Spielberg ends up saying that, and actually, it's actually a good thing because he would have taken off the focus on the dinosaurs because the dinosaurs were a real focus of this movie.
Yeah.
Tim Robbins also turned this movie down, so huge. Do you think there's a lot of people were like, oh, Sam Neill, but Sam Neill was on a run there. He did Dead Calm with Nicole Kidman and Billy Zane. Great New Zealand actor. Did a lot of Australian movies as well. Great actor. He's had a great career, actually, Sam Neill. A lot of people auditioned for the Ellie Sattler role, including Helen Hunt, Gwyneth Paltrow,
Okay.
and Biff Davers. Robin Wright turned it down, and Steven Spielberg went, Laura Dern. Good enough, David Lynch. Good enough for me.
Good enough. Good enough.
The Jeff Goldblum character. Okay, a few people auditioned for this role, including Jim Carrey.
Wow, okay. I get it. They have similar kind of things, but wow, no.
Other actors that were considered for the role, Tim Curry.
You know what?
Different movie.
It's a different movie, and also, oh my god, ooh,
Yeah.
rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
I love Tim Curry, but yes, no, it should have gone to Bloom. Jeff Goldblum is Malcolm, like he just is.
Joseph Mazzello was chosen after he had screen tested for Hook, but they went another direction. Christina Ricci also auditioned for Lex as well.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. How did Samuel L. Jackson get this role? He had been in a movie with Whoopi Goldberg called Jungle Fever, which is a great movie, and they'd seen him, the casting director, and went, "This is our guy." So they gave him the role.
That's cute.
Spielberg chose Wayne Knight after seeing him in Basic Instinct.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How good's that? They nearly went with James Earl Jones as the voice-over for the car,
Oh, yeah.
but they went with Richard Kiley instead.
Yeah, spared no expense.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's talk about when this movie was released.
Big year.
Huge year. So after this movie, kids went crazy. They wanted to be paleontologists. No one knew what raptors were before this movie, except for dinosaur geeks. They ended up naming a basketball team after the raptors. This is how popular the raptors were after this movie.
Because it's so cool.
So this movie broke like heaps of box office records. It was a massive hit worldwide. Broke the Batman box office records, which set for a couple of years. Just absolutely huge. Set records in Australia, New Zealand, UK. Just unbelievable. Just a huge box office classic.
Yeah.
Okay. Janet Mason from the New York Times called it a true movie milestone, presenting awe, fear-inspiring sights never before seen on screen. Unbelievable. Rolling Stone Peter Travers called the film a colossal entertainment, the eye-popping, mind-bending, kick out the jams thrill ride of the summer. Unbelievable. Roger Ebert gave the film 3 out of 4 stars. The movie delivers all too well on its premise to show us dinosaurs. We see them early and often, and indeed a triumph for special effects artistry. But the movie is lacking other qualities. Disappointing from Roger Ebert. You can't get them all right. This movie was nominated for Academy Awards for Best Sound, Best Visual Effects, and it won both.
Yeah, I mean 100%.
Yep, sound effects, editing, best sound, and best visual effects, which went to Phil Tippett, who directed the ILM guys, Stan Winston, the puppetry, and then Dennis Muren and Michael Landry. So, unbelievable. We've gone through that Academy Awards multiple times, so we won't go back through that again.
Yes, it was Schindler's List that year. It won. It clean swept.
But I'll say, if they had a 10 nomination year, this would have been nominated for
It would
Best
have been
Picture.
nominated.
It would have been nominated
It
for
would
Best
have been
Picture.
nominated. It still doesn't win.
It would have been
been
interesting.
To have both.
Maybe it got taken votes off.
It still goes.
This movie was a huge hit on VHS. It was a huge hit when it got released on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. It's one of the biggest. We've had Lost World, which was directed by Steven Spielberg. We had Jurassic Park 3, which was directed by Joe Johnston. Then we had a break.
Then we had the reboot.
Yep. So we had Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, and Dominion, and now we have Rebirth. Yeah. Funny thing about Rebirth.
Yeah.
David Kemp originally had in the script the T-Rex chasing Grant and the kid in a raft.
Yes, which is in the book.
Didn't use it in this movie, but he used it in Rebirth.
He did. He somehow shoved that in that movie.
Yeah.
He did. It's fun, but it's shoved in that movie.
This movie was nominated in the AFII, but never got chosen. It got 35th most thrilling film of all time. Mate, that should be higher. Seriously. It was named 1,000 movies you must see before you die, which is...
True.
Totally true. Totally true. Recently, IMDb 8.2, Rotten Tomatoes 91, and a Letterboxd 4.1. What an all-time classic this movie is. Hannah, every Thursday on the channel we do a segment called Hot Take. Clickbait. What is your hot take for Jurassic Park?
Oh, man. I mean, talk about a near-perfect movie, to be honest. There's so many avenues I could go down this road. I will just go with the fact that I think Steven Spielberg is the GOAT, and I don't think there's no one else like him. Like, to have 2 movies that are different movies, by the way. They're very different movies. You know, Schindler's List is dealing with it's him about his Jewish roots and is dealing with a lot of themes, and this one's dealing with is a completely different ballpark of, you know, about family, but also about kind of like man's creation. If you've watching this movie recently, I was just like, oh my God, this movie and Oppenheimer are like the same movie. I felt like it was one of those, and they even reference Wayne Knight's character has a picture of Oppenheimer on his desk and the whole conversations that Hammond and Malcolm have about, you know, about creating something that doesn't need to exist. Like extinction happened to these dinosaurs for a reason. Why are you bringing them back? And it's so crazy to watch this movie and be like, wow, like such interesting themes. And that's why I'm like, he made Schindler's List, great themes, but then this movie has that whole idea about man's creation. It's like so cool. It's so cool about, you know, if man has the ability to create, should it do it? Like, it's crazy. Hammond is like, I'm going to create dinosaurs. So cool. Just create the ones that don't eat people. But he goes and is like, yeah, I'm going to create a T-Rex and the raptors and the ones that spit venom at you and take you out. I'm like, brother, you're a monster at that point. You don't have to go that far. It's like, it's incredible. It's incredible because, man can't help themselves but, do the dangerous things. And this movie is incredible for it.
I've got 4 hot takes.
All right, because I was like...
I got 4.
You've got so many.
I got 4.
Let's go.
All right.
Number one.
First hot take. This is Spielberg's last great movie year. Now, hear me out. He made movies that had elements of being really, really good,
yep.
but he never completed it. This year he had 2, and it's actually his apex of all apexes. It's 2 of his best movies of all time, and unmatched. His peak of his powers. He got sidetracked when he went and created DreamWorks after this. Never was the same. 2, this movie is better than E.T. He uses the same elements that he does in E.T. Wonderment of child, all those things. Evil guy trying to chase down the alien. Well, in this one, evil guy tries to create dinosaurs and, unbelievable. Yeah?
I would say this is more similar to Jaws, of course, due to the horror elements, the lack of seeing the monster until needed. E.T.'s a little bit different. I know this is why you want to replace E.T. with Jurassic Park, because it's the better film.
It is.
The reason I would go with why it's better than E.T. and they have similar things is the pop culture relevance.
Oh, yeah.
E.T. was pop culture, and it was very much it was in the zeitgeist. Now, that guy's fallen out. But you know what hasn't? Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs, baby. I'll give you that.
Okay, speaking of that, this is my third hot take.
Third point.
Third hot take is Jurassic Park held on a high pedestal if we never got some god-awful sequels? If we didn't get some god-awful sequels, now he broke his rule here. He never made a Jaws sequel, although Jaws was made into sequels. He never made an E.T. sequel, but he made Lost World. So if he doesn't do that, does this movie get put on a high pedestal for the craftsmanship from this movie? But maybe because the legacy has been tainted a little bit, is that
it's diluted.
It's diluted how good this movie is. This movie is so good. Now I know it's in the zeitgeist a lot more because there's so many,
new people watch the new ones and come back.
Steven Spielberg had nothing to do with it, it still would have been Steven Spielberg's movie, because he's executive produced all the other movies. He's directed another one. He basically chose the directors of the Jurassic World ones. I just think it would have been held higher by a lot more people if Spielberg didn't have anything to do with the other Jurassic Parks.
It's an interesting thought.
Last point. Is this a better movie if Richard Hammond gets eaten by the Velociraptors?
I could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Hammond, when you're watching this film, is the villain. Malcolm is the guy that's painting the truth here, because he's all the chaos theory kind of stuff.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, Hammond's annoyed by this guy, but he's speaking truth.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy what he's done here. It's absolutely bonkers.
Yep.
You basically, again, he's Prometheus giving fire, taking fire from the gods and creating this mess. He definitely deserves, with villains in horror movies, because this movie is at times a horror movie, even though people will not say it because it's more action-adventure.
Yeah.
I mean, that kitchen scene is a horror scene.
Yeah.
The start of this movie is a horror scene.
That Velociraptor scene, that's pulled from a Hitchcock movie.
Anyway,
that's 100% pulled from a Hitchcock movie.
And so in horror movies, the people that get their comeuppance, in this movie, many people get their comeuppance. The only person that kind of didn't deserve it was Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Yeah.
He didn't really deserve it. Spoilers. He didn't really deserve his comeuppance.
Yeah.
But
the only thing that stops me saying that they should have killed him off is who is playing him. Richard Adler playing him.
He's quite lovable.
He's quite lovable. In a playing
That's it.
Santa Claus in Miracle on 34th Street.
He's quite lovable, but you put someone else in there, and he becomes a villain. But I think the reason, the greatness of this movie, why it's like probably one of the better horror movies, because it lulls you in a false sense of security. Like Richard Hammond's, like he's like the Santa Claus effect of it. Like you're like, oh, the Walt Disney, because that he compares himself to Walt Disney building Disneyland, but Disneyland again did not have dinosaurs that eat people, and he compares himself as like this like lovable figure that lulls you into a false sense of security. Like, oh, it is cool that dinosaurs are back, and you want to bring education and everything, and you want anyone to come visit, but then you're like, but you're a crazy man.
Especially when Laura Dern has that scene where she says, "You're crazy to think that you're going to do this again and do it better."
Or bringing your grandchildren as test subjects. Like.
All right. So, okay, what about a bit of a casting what if right here?
Yeah, okay.
I have I have three people, right?
I have one too.
I have three people that, if you play this
if you swap it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first guy I was thinking of, right, he's probably was a bit young to have like grandkids this age, but James Woods. If you put James Woods, bit narky, bit crazy, but you could see him as an eccentric billionaire.
Yeah, he's still a little too young, but continue.
The next guy, now maybe a little bit too young to play this, but I could see him doing it because especially you need to believe that the fact that this guy's one is a billionaire, two, the fact that he could come up with this plan, and three, he was a bit like screw loose in the head.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman.
Ooh.
You put Dustin Hoffman in this movie as
I'm distracted.
and then you would want him killed off at the end. And then the last one, right? Yeah. This one's a bit left field. But we've watched like so many movies with this guy in it recently, and he plays like a real curmudgeon bad guy, real dirtbag. Rod Steiger.
Oh yeah, of course.
Imagine Rod Steiger as Hammond, and you would want him eaten by a velociraptor.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also thinking if he was, you could make him look a little older, but I was also, when you said Tim Curry, like he could do that voice really well, like bringing you into the park, and then you're like, because
Tim Curry,
he plays the creep.
There's a perfect role for Tim Curry in the movie, and I'm surprised he didn't get picked. The lawyer. Tim Curry's perfect for the lawyer.
Yeah, but
Tim Curry getting eaten on the toilet by the dinosaur, he would have played that so well.
You're thinking of his character in Home Alone 2, the concierge.
So good.
The manager.
Yeah.
The finest in New York. He could do more than that.
He could have been. No, he would have been perfect as a lawyer. He would have been great. All right, Hannah. Let's go to scene breakdown for Jurassic Park, and then we'll go through our usual review, and then we'll end the episode with your selection for next week.
Okay. We get introduced to this Jurassic Park. It's the theme park featuring extinct dinosaurs. So cool. It's on the tropical island of Isa Nuba, off the coast of Costa Rica.
Yep.
And this is where we get the scene of all these workers at some sort of paddock enclosure with a ferocious beast. And that's when you don't really get to see it, but this velociraptor who is encaged basically, unfortunately, takes out one of the handlers in a very nasty scene.
Well, like, Spielberg just riffing off his, like, Jaws thing.
But it's also
the sounds that the velociraptors make, they're a mixture of like 50 different animals.
It's terrifying.
It's like dogs, cats, lions, tigers, and bears. They mix it all together, and that's how you got like the Tyrannosaurus Rex. You got the velociraptors, raptors. You know,
the iconic sounds. Yeah,
great sounds.
This is when the park investors get represented by the lawyer Donald. I'm just going to call him the lawyer guy because that's the extent of his existence in this movie is. They threaten to pull funding unless they can get a certify about the island's safety. And by the way, this island's still under wraps, so it's a bit hush-hush. No one knows. So the lawyer goes to Dominican Republic to find Hammond and, you know, get to work on who they're going to find. And this is when you actually get the first instance. One of the workers there, they're digging, and that's when they find this fossilized amber of a mosquito. And you're like, what is that referring to? Again, this is just great. This movie is constantly filled with like the Chekhov's gun of this will be important later on, which is just great Spielberg. That's when we get introduced to what's happening, a dig site. And at the dig site, there is Dr. Alan Grant and Dr. Sadler. And, they're just entertaining, seeing dinosaur bones. Dr. Grant is not great with this kid that's out there. He just basically rips this kid's head off about dinosaurs. And he doesn't like children. That is very much established when you first meet him. A helicopter arrives, disturbing the dig site. Grant goes to the caravan to confront the intruder, who turns out to be Dr. Hammond. Grant introduces him to Dr. Sadler, and they discuss Hammond's mysterious island. He's made a park, wants opinions on the place, and will continue to fund their expedition for 3 more years if they come to its top-secret park. They immediately agree, because doing these dig sites are expensive. This guy is just funding it.
If the movie's made now, they probably make Hammond a more like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk sort of guy.
Well, that's what they did in the most recent ones. Like, in the most recent Jurassic World movies, they are just rich guys who want, like, the latest one was a medical cure, pharmaceutical guys wanted a miracle cure. And then in Jurassic World, that one worked a little because it was, like, rich people wanting to make sure their park is cool, but...
The cloning thing was the real thing of, like, Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah. Some of the ideas are okay in the newer ones, but yeah, they just don't work as well. The pair immediately agree to go to this mysterious island because, again, they're funding. Hiding away, this is when we get to...
What do you think about the age difference between Grant and Ellie?
And Sadler? I don't really notice it too much, I guess, because in this time period, they're just like...
It's back in 93, you wouldn't have noticed the age between, but now, like, when you're watching back, you go, there's a big age difference between them, like...
And he definitely doesn't want kids, which he does. Like, very obvious. But they're technically together, but they're not, it's not full on. So
I'll bring up the kid thing a little bit later, but yeah.
Oh, it comes back to play. Hiding away, this is when we meet Dennis, who meets up with Hammond's competition, who will pay for every live embryo he's managed to get his hands on. And he gives him the Barbasol can to hide the embryos in, which is very iconic.
In the making of, they go into how they made that. It's so cool. It is really cool.
It's a really neat gadget really cool. for this, dodgy curmudgeon. Meanwhile, the helicopter is transporting them heading to the island. This is where we meet Dr. Malcolm, an eccentric guy brought by the lawyer. God, Goldblum is just amazing eating up. He literally is chewing up the scenery. It's like he's always chewing it. Then this is when the score hits. Oh, that John Williams score is amazing. I almost want to start singing. And we see Isunuba for the first time. They land. They head into jeeps. Passing through 10,000-volt fence perimeter that's around this whole section of the island. Very important.
There's a great line from Goldblum here where he says, what have they got here? King Kong? Like, because they use, like, a lot of King Kong ideas in this movie.
Yeah, good references. They stop in a field. Grant gets up, takes his glasses off, and is shocked. He turns Sadler's head. She also jumps to her feet in shock because we haven't seen what they're looking at yet. That is when we get the glimpse of the Bronchiosaurus, the long neck kind of herbivore. Seeing this for the first time.
So good.
It's the coolest thing in the world.
Yep.
And, like, the CGI at this time is new, but it doesn't look too bad.
Well,
and I think it just comes down to...
I think the thing with this movie is it's a mixture between CGI and live animation.
You have puppetry
and stuff. And, like, there's, like, 59 shots in this movie of that CGI. Like, a movie now, they do, like, 2,500. Yeah. So you're always, like, constantly bombarding it. So, like, the it's sometimes it's too perfect in modern day movies. These movies now,
Yeah,
you can tell like there's imperfections, but it's still it still holds up. It really
so
does.
unique.
It really does.
And it really is just like
That where he grabs her head and actually gets her to turn around and
it forcefully turns.
and then you get the iconic line, "Say it, Hannah." Go on.
This is when they also get the look of all the dinosaurs in the herds, and this is when Hammond goes, "Welcome to Jurassic Park." And
Great
it's
line.
So it's iconic, and you get to see like Grant and that just look at the dinosaurs and go, they do move in herds. Like it's breathtaking the first time you see it, and I think because you don't see too much of the dinosaurs in this film, very similar to his Jaws. It just it's enough, and I think in the later ones especially in the World Series, maybe too much dino.
I think another thing that's really important is the first couple of dinosaurs they show are the Brachiosaurus. They miss the evil ones. You don't see the
spray lizard ones.
You don't see the raptor, and then you see a sick triceratops.
Just triceratops.
So they're holding back the venom. They're holding back the evil dinosaurs.
Like you want to see the T-Rex, but not yet. And they arrive at the park visitor center where they get in the. This is when like the first kind of tour ride thing is happening, and they sit in their seats. The group learns about the cloning, how it's accomplished by extracting dinosaur DNA from mosquitoes preserved in amber. They use DNA from frogs, other animals to fill in the gaps to prevent the dinosaurs from breeding. They try to make them all female.
The science does not work whatsoever, but
don't pick at it.
Back then, I loved it.
I think the science is fine for what we're getting. You have to believe it. Don't make it too complicated, I would say. The group witnesses the hatching of a baby velociraptor, and visits the raptor enclosure. This is when they're pretty creeped out because that's so dangerous, and they're intelligent, and there's only two of them left. During lunch, they debate the ethics of cloning and the park in general. Malcolm warns of the implications of genetic engineering, while Grant sadly expresses uncertainty about the abilities of humans and dinosaurs to coexist. Lawyer's like, we're going to make money. Hammond's grandchildren. Lex and Tim join the others in the park tour.
Great chemistry they have with Sam Neill. The kids, really good.
Yes.
Really good. And the kids are not annoying. I find when a movie where the kids are and they're in it and they're annoying, it's just nothing worse. Annoying. They're great in this. They're very good kids.
They work, especially because he doesn't like them, but they really want to get to know him. They get into driving electric vehicles that are on very much, if you've ever been to a theme park like Disney, it's on a rail system. While Hammond stays back and observes from the control room. Most of the dinosaurs actually fail to appear, and the group sneak off to see a sick triceratops. This is when you get Dr. Sadler, you get the breathing, realistic-looking triceratops.
Great Stan Winston here. This is so good. This is so good.
She is I want to find out what's wrong with it. Goes through the poop and the droppings and trying to figure out. Worried about the dino, she actually goes back to the center to help, while the rest of the group return back to the vehicles. Meanwhile, Dennis turns the system offline because he's in control of the whole the system, the whole electronic system. Don't know why they put this guy in charge. They mock him all the time. While he steals the embryos, the tour ends up being cut short because of the tropical storm approaches. The system starts actually shutting off because of what Dennis has put in place. The fence systems aren't working, and this is when Dennis makes his escape. When they try to fix the system, they end up being locked out, and that's when you get the famous, oh no. With no power, the cars stop in front of the T-Rex enclosure. And as they wait, the water cups on the dashboard start to vibrate.
So how they did that was they had this guitar string underneath.
Ooh.
Because Spielberg was listening to, I think, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Love it.
And the mirror was vibrating. He goes, "We can do that with water, like, you know." And they came up with this guitar string to get it. So it was really cool.
Pretty cool.
This scene with the dinosaur.
The thunderous footsteps can be heard before they know it.
I know there's a lot of great scenes in movie history. But God, you'd want a really good one to beat this one. This is so good.
I mean,
This is the highlight of the movie. 100%. This and the Velociraptors at the end in the kitchen. This Tyrannosaurus Rex, from start to finish, when he attacks the two kids in the car,
Yep.
the red flare, Malcolm doing that thing, eating on the toilet.
So iconic.
Then they pick Malcolm up, and then the Tyrannosaurus Rex is running at the Jeep, get off the Gears Jeep. From that start to finish, and then you get the car bit with the,
They're
catching
falling
him
off the ledge.
just so good. It is just Spielberg at his best.
Yeah.
Yep.
They watch as the goat gets eaten by the T-Rex. The lawyer ends up running to the nearby bathrooms, leaving the children behind alone in the Jeep. While the dino makes its escape from the closure, they try not to move because dinosaurs, it's usually a visual thing. It's based on, like, they can hear movement and stuff, so that's where their visual comes from. As it begins to attack, the kids almost crush them. Grant and Malcolm use flares to distract the T-Rex. Malcolm's nearly taken out, but the T-Rex takes the hut of the bathroom and eats the scared lawyer on the toilet. Hilarious. Very funny and terrifying at the same time. Grant goes to save the kids, gets pushed into the T-Rex enclosure, saves the kids, end up hiding in the forest. Like, it's a thrilling scene. And, a guy who doesn't like kids is so protective and very calm and very good with them, especially because they're so scared, because they just got left by a guy. Dennis, meanwhile, is thinking he's getting free, but his car gets stuck. And when he encounters the venom-spitting Dilophosaurus, who has absolutely no problem taking this guy out. He spits on him, gets in his car, and just when he thinks he's free, the guy is just like, and takes him out right there. It's a great, well done. Thank you. That guy needed to be taken out. Sattler helps the game warden, Robert Muldoon, search for the survivors. They find Malcolm just before the Tyrannosaurus comes back and chases them away. Grant, Lex, and Tim take shelter in a tree. And that's when the next morning, Grant discovers that dinos can breed because he finds some eggs hatched on the ground. And it's like, of course, the frog DNA, there's something, again, weird science they make up. And, okay, yeah, sure. Hammond and Sattler have a heart-to-heart. They're just sitting at this table eating ice cream. About what he wanted to achieve. Like, he really was like, I just wanted to, make something real. And it's a really nice moment, but it's also like, brother, you didn't have to make the evil dinos. They decide to reboot the system to try and get it working and get the power back. They shut down the power grid and retreat to the emergency bunker while Arnold heads to the maintenance shed to complete the rebooting process. Poor guy.
Why is he going by himself?
And he didn't want to. Like, it's so sad. Poor guy. He never saw it coming.
Why wouldn't you take the game warden?
Yeah, I don't know why he stays.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's like, oh, it'll only be a 3-minute thing. Little did they know.
And, like, they make mention about the Velociraptor thing. They turned off the power. They knew the Velociraptors were going to get out. Like, it just makes no sense.
Well, that's these people also allow Velociraptors to exist. While Grant and the kids try to make their way back, worried about Sattler and Muldoon actually make their way to the surface because he hasn't returned yet. They notice the raptors have escaped their enclosure and are on high alert. Muldoon knows that they are being hunted, so distracts the dinos while Sattler gets into the server room. The kids and Grant are faced with the giant electric fence after running away from some dinosaurs. Noticing the power's out, they decide to scale the fence in order to escape the impending danger. While Sattler starts to turn on the power on, Tim is still on the fence. When the power hits, it sends him flying. Like, the guy just goes. The kid that just goes. Sattler is then attacked by a raptor. And she thinks she found Arnold, but only his arm remains of him. Oh, sad guy. Sad, sad, sad. Muldoon thinks he's actually got the raptor in his sights, but is fooled, and he's attacked by the second raptor in a sneak attack. That's when you get the clever girl, because never saw it coming. Managing to wake up Tim, the trio actually head back to the visitor center. Grant goes looking for the others. Seeing Sattler close by, all she can say is, run. The kids, while waiting, are taken surprised by the raptors, so they try to hide in the kitchen. And it's the greatest cat and mouse game I've ever seen.
So good.
With, like, the raptors tapping, like, the nails on the ground.
Seeing the reflection and stuff like that, it's just brilliant.
It's the most terrifying scene. If you watch it as a child, which you're supposed to,
What
you're
about,
like,
what
never.
about when she says, we'll be safe unless they learn how to open doors,
That's
and then
what
they open doors like...
Grant meets up with the others to talk about the raptors. The kids hide from the two raptors and try to run away after locking one in the fridge. Yeah, they'll be okay unless they know how to open doors. It's just like the great line. Grant and Sadler get to the kids to the control room. They actually hold the door back while Lex has a reason for being here because she tries to get the door system to lock. Yeah, Tim is I'm Dino guy. Lex is she's a hacker.
I'm a hacker. Yeah,
she makes comments about it multiple times in the film. Lex returns the park system back online, allowing them to contact Hammond, who radios for the helicopter to take them off the island. As the group try to leave, they are cornered by the raptors. But the Tyrannosaurus Rex appears and fights the Velociraptors.
Big hero.
It kills the first by biting it, throws the second into a skeleton in the exhibit, killing it as well, and you get the amazing scene. Oh, the group flee, boards the helicopter.
But before that, you get the... after careful consideration, I've decided not to endorse your park. Me too.
Me too. They board the helicopter. Grant and Hammond agree not to endorse the park. Yeah, and you get beautiful, like, Dr. Grant just sitting with the kids. And
so at the end of this movie, you think Dr. Grant's come around about kids. And then in the third one, Dr. Grant breaks up with Ellie because she wanted kids. Yeah, makes no sense. Absolutely.
It makes no sense for the character at all because he was like...
That's why they never should have made sequels.
Yeah.
Reason to see Jurassic Park.
I mean, it's the most iconic movie of all time. I think people will choose this as their favorite Spielberg. They'll say it's his best work. And it is one of the greatest films of all time, despite it has flaws. Every movie does. But it's the perfect, it's a great horror movie. It's a great action movie. It's a great adventure movie. It's a great, it's an okay sci-fi movie. It's
no reasons not to see this movie.
Yeah.
Did it deserve to be on the list?
Some would fight and say no, but I think it does.
I'm surprised it didn't make it. I really am.
It's hard because he has so many great films.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like Jurassic Park on this list.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. I think it does deserve to be here.
Now, we already own a copy of this, but, would you recommend people to buy it? Yes.
Yes.
Would you recommend people to watch this movie?
100%.
And would you watch this movie again?
Yes. And it is definitely better than any of the other ones.
And rating for this one?
It's an all-time classic.
It is an all-time
classic.
classic.
To say anything lower would be criminal.
That's my selection to go on our ultimate AFI list.
Which movie you want to replace it with is E.T., is correct?
Yeah, that's what I've decided with.
Yeah. And so say in the comments below, E.T. or this.
Yeah.
Make your choice.
Love it.
Fight your fight.
Great call, Hen.
Which one?
What's next week for us? Hannah, what is our movie next week?
I thought I would go a little bit more recent, not super.
Okay.
But we've been talking about it. We discussed it on our, recent list we made. And I want to bring up PTA, but probably PTA's best movie. And that will be There Will Be Blood.
Oh, what a movie. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a great week next
Daniel
week.
Day-Lewis. I think, we mock him, but he definitely should be on this list now that we think about it. He's up there.
I'm really looking forward to watching that movie and talking about it next week on AFI Redux.
My son.
That is my lovely co-host, Hannah. Yeah. Long live cinema. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you prefer this or E.T. Which one should be on the list? Until we meet again, it's bye for now.
Bye.